Welcome, everyone. Thank you for joining me and my very special guest. You know her from such shows as Dreamgirls, Once on This Island, How to Succeed, Fela, and from her show-stopping, Tony Award-winning turn in The Life. And this coming Sunday night, November 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, she kicks off her concert with Seth Rudetsky as part of his Seth Concert Series. Please say hello to my dear friend, Lillias White.
Hi, everybody.
Everybody was so excited that we were doing this today. First of all, how are you and where are you?
I am here in New York. I'm in Harlem.
Yep.
In my penthouse apartment with my cat and my dog and my gods. And I am okay. I have some days when I'm feeling some kind of way. I had a moment this morning when I just thought I was just going to bust into tears, so I let it flow. Yeah. And I'm okay, except, this whole thing sucks. I hate this Zoom shit. I got to just tell you that. I hate it. Yeah. But I'm trying to deal with it and get things done as much as possible so that things can keep flowing and keep moving and, I can keep working and giving the people what I love to give them.
Well, you look fabulous. You're all gussied up. So we all get gussied up at home, don't we?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, why not? I mean, the other day I put on my full pearls and my diamond ring and I said, okay, I'm going to feel like I'm going somewhere and doing something today.
And you're going to another room in your apartment. Yeah. That's where you're going, right?
Yeah. That's exactly right. Yeah. Or I'm going to the bathroom and take it all off to take a bubble bath,
Exactly. Then put it back on again when you go back into the living room.
There you go.
Well, listen, this coming...
How are you?
I am doing really good. We're in Hell's Kitchen. We're in the heart of a theater district. Yeah. I go live 3 times a week or whatever. I love catching up with everybody. I stick my window cards behind me. Today is from the Lillias White collection.
Yay.
I've got your How to Succeed. I've got The Wiz. I've got The Life. I've got Dreamgirls. Wow. You have such an incredible career, but I want to kick off by starting to talk about this Sunday night.
Yes.
November 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Yes. You will be live. Then a rebroadcast on Monday, November 16th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, doing your virtual concert with Seth Rudetsky as part of his Seth Concert Series. Lillias, how excited are you?
I am very excited. A little trepidatious because Seth Rudetsky, honey, when he and I get going, we can go and go and go. And so I tried to pin him down on a set list the other day. He says, "Oh, well, we'll just do this and we'll do that, like we did on the ship, and the things we did on the boat." Well, we did 1,000 songs, between the gigs that we've done on the ships. But I am excited. I'm excited to connect with people and to give the people something that they need right now, because we're not able to go into the theater district and go see a show. We're not able to go to my spot there. Inside the Novotel. What do you call it? Hello, I've lost my mind. But 54 Below, all the clubs that we love. The Green Room 42, which is my home away from home. It's one of my homes away from home, and we just can't do it. So it's good to be able to sing. And I hope me. Hope it's all there. But it's important to keep the work going and to keep people engaged and to give the people something that will hopefully soothe them and make them feel like that everything is not dead.
Yeah. Are there certain composers or songs you can sort of give us a sneak peek at what you're going to do? Like, what are some of the songs you're going to do? From which shows? You have so many shows.
Well, we're going to do something from Dreamgirls. That's Henry Krieger.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to do some Cy Coleman, of course. Who knows? We may do some Duke Ellington. There's definitely a song with lyrics by Alan and Marilyn Bergman.
Wow.
And what else? We have a lot.
I know you do. Like I said, I was just going through your career and I thought to myself, I remember seeing you in Barnum, which was your first Broadway debut.
Yes.
What a career.
That was my first Broadway show on Broadway. But prior to that, I had done Ain't Misbehavin' on the road, and The Wiz, Bus and Truck Tour was my first equity show.
Wow.
Yeah.
So what are we heard? What's it like appearing with Seth? I mean, like you said, you've done stuff, but now you're doing it virtually with him.
Yeah. Seth is so exciting because he's very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
About the people that he works with, and he can play anything. And I think that, you know, he has the biggest ears, bigger than an elephant, that he really can hear something once or twice and then be able to play it and accompany a singer. And his accompaniment is so unobtrusive, and it makes it easy and fun to do. But he knows a lot of stuff, and he's seen everybody do everything, and so it makes it so that it's like he was personally there with you on all of these shows, and he's made an effort, and made a point of knowing the songs that you sung, and you know he's pulled out some obscure stuff that we've done as well, like a song that I did from Romance in Hard Times, written by William Finn. Um, it's kind of he's kind of amazing.
So, you know, this virtual world, like you said, you don't really enjoy it that much. But, you know, not only do you have to be a performer now, you have to be a lighting designer, a sound designer, a set designer, a costume designer in your house. Like, what part of your house have you set up as your stage?
None. This is it.
I love it.
And as you notice, I don't have any makeup on. That's why I put my earrings on, my lovely earrings. You like my earrings? Pearls. They're real pearls on. I put on my jewelry, but I'm not doing any of that from my home.
Yeah.
Because I don't have a second home. This is the only home. And I'm here with my pets, and I don't want to do that here. You know, so I don't have a part of the house where I'm gonna do. I'm sitting here at my computer. I have my iPad.
Yeah.
I don't want you to see too much of my living room because it's a mess today.
It can't be.
But I have done some things on my terrace. You want to go on the terrace?
I love this. You go out to your terrace and stuff, right?
Yeah, I made a garden this year. I had tomatoes and eggplants and kale and Swiss chard and what else did I have? Roses. So they're all kind of like they're kind of done for the season, but that was my saving grace these last several months, to be able to have an outdoor space to go to and to get some sun and some air and not be in the thick of it with crowds. I mean, I've had to go to the supermarket and a couple of times Home Depot and that kind of stuff, but I've been really staying close to home. But I'll show you one of my places where I did a what do you call those things? With the Fela women.
Oh, good for you. A TikTok, one of those dances.
Don't Rush videos everybody was doing.
Yeah,
I did one of those with all the women of Fela Broadway. So I did one of those. If you can find that, it's online. So I think it's YouTube, on somewhere at YouTube. And I did one of those. And I've done some things for Black Theater United, which is the organization that I'm part of the founding members of. And so, so hold on, we're gonna go on the terrace, all right?
Okay, I love this. Lillias is taking us a beautiful tour of her home. No,
you're not going on a tour because the house is a mess right now. See, I've got all my potting soil, stuff like that. There's my piano, my little plants. Can you see?
Oh, that's beautiful.
So now we're going outside. And this is my view.
Gorgeous.
It's my New York. That's downtown. And then over there you see the bridge. And there's the Harlem River. And then in the far ground, there's LaGuardia Airport. And that's my Harlem. And here's the last little. Hello, little rose. It's the last of my little roses.
Gorgeous.
Can you see that?
Sure, that's beautiful.
So this is home. And I have some Swiss chard that's still there. And this is my eggplant plant. I think there's another eggplant left there. I don't know. But my roses are pretty much done for the season. So here I am.
That is so great. What a saving grace that you have that during this time. I mean, I'm sure you open your door and you just breathe a sigh of relief.
Yeah, I do. I've been out here. I've gotten a little bit naked when it's sunny
Yeah.
and get myself a sun bath. And then here's Mr. Jackson. Can you see him?
Oh, yes.
My little pretty boy cat. And Lucky's around here somewhere, my little dog. So that's what I've been doing. I've been just surviving and trying to stay in it.
Yeah.
I have a fitness class that I do every morning. And what else can I tell you?
But it must be so great for you to like I said, singing this weekend is that's what you do. That's what you give back to so many people that I'm sure it's just as healing for you as it's going to be for everybody else, Lillias.
It absolutely is. And again, working with Seth it's easy. It's easy. And it's so easy until I have to stop him and say, okay, that's enough. But the other thing I'm working on is a Sarah Vaughan show. It's called Divine Sass. And it's going to be about the life and times of Sarah Vaughan. And I'm actually doing a performance of that, the music of that, for NJ Pack, December 3rd. So I've been busy. I'm doing something with Andre DeShields this weekend. Is it this weekend? It's going to be an interview. It's called The Verses. Have you seen The Verses? So we're doing a Verses with Andre DeShields and me. And so I've been busy. I've been getting more busy as things progress. I mean, the first few months I was kind of in the living room. I put the blow up bed in the living room, and I stayed in the living room and I watched TV, 20 hours a day. And, it was very eerie because it was very quiet over here. And usually there's the sound of the planes going to LaGuardia Airport. There's the sound of the Metro North. There's the sound of the traffic. There's the sound of the children playing in the schoolyard in the next block. And all of that was gone. All I heard was ambulance sirens. So I'm breathing better. And I'm dealing with having to be isolated because I'm a senior. Not in high school, kids. Not in high school. Not in college. I'm a senior citizen, So I've been dealing with the fact that seniors have to be extra careful to avoid contracting the coronavirus. So I've been doing all that, taking my vitamins. I've been eating real well to the point where I got a few pounds I could lose,
We all do. But that food has been a saving grace during this also. It's very comforting.
Absolutely. Yes, it is. It is.
Especially when you've been cooking, like you said, eggplant and Swiss chard. Everybody wants to come to your kitchen.
Yes, you do. You do, because it's good.
Well, this is really exciting. I want to tell our audience again, the Seth Concert Series is produced by Mark Cortali and is sponsored by BroadwayWorld and StreamYard. Tickets are available at BroadwayWorld events and at SethConcerts.com. The tickets are only $28.50. You're going to, the one saving grace about all of this, Lillias, is that you have fans all around the world. You played everywhere, and now everybody can just buy a ticket, click on, and can watch you from anywhere in the world. That must make you feel really great for this Sunday and Monday.
It really does. It does, because music is a healing force.
Yeah.
And it's something that you can't really put a price tag on it or say how important it is, because it's something that it's untouchable in that way. It's but it's a healing force. It's a balm. It's a solution that we can't really describe. Why is it so important to us? Why is it so necessary for the arts, not just music, but just for the arts? Why is it so important for us to have theater and the ballet and the opera and jazz? These are the things that do something to our insides, that make us human, that make us connect on a human level. And so it's really important to me, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to share the gift and to get off, and to heal somebody, to make somebody feel better about where they are and who they are and what's going on.
Yeah. You know, you have given millions of people so much joy with all the shows you've done on Broadway and around the world in concerts. You have quite a history with Dreamgirls. Would you just tell our audience, what has Dreamgirls meant to you being a part of that whole world?
Oh my goodness. Dreamgirls changed my life. When I met Michael Bennett, I had seen the show, but I didn't want to do the show necessarily, except I wanted to be Laurel. I wanted to do Laurel. I wanted to do that part. But Dreamgirls changed my life because it took me out of my comfort zone and it made me reinvestigate a place in my life where I had been an Effie. Yeah. It made me have to move to California, which I really was very reluctant about doing. I had to learn how to drive a car. And Lawrence Clayton, who was my CC, he just passed away. Just found out that he passed away. Lawrence Clayton was my brother from another mother, truly. Lawrence Clayton taught me how to drive a car. Because I'm from Brooklyn and I didn't know how to drive. You know, I lived in New York City all my life and I never had to drive. But I had to learn how to drive. I had to learn how to navigate that. It was life-changing to do a show that was that powerful and that connected to so many people. And Michael Bennett was very, very good to me. He allowed me to bring my own interpretation to the role of Effie. And I got to work with some really wonderful other wonderful artists. And I got to travel and live in Chicago and live in Boston and live in San Francisco. And, you know, so it was good.
Yeah. Now I want to talk about, you're also a Triple Crown winner, the Tony Award, the Outer Critics Circle, and the Drama Desk Award, and every other conceivable award for playing Sonia, of course, the world-weary hooker in Cy Coleman, Ira Gassman's The Life, one of my all-time favorite musicals, which is right behind me over there.
I see it.
What was that whole time like for you working on The Life?
Well, first of all, it took quite a long time to get to Broadway.
Yeah.
I think that people who were going to be invested in it didn't quite know what the reaction was going to be of this show, this kind of show that was about real life Times Square and people who had to sell their bodies for a living and people who sold stolen watches and fake gold and, you know, hustlers, pimps and prostitutes. So people didn't quite know if it was going to fly. But working with Cy Coleman and being picked by Cy Coleman and Ira Gassman at the time, the first director was Joe Layton.
Yeah.
And to be picked to create a role is the ultimate joy, you know, in the theater. And so I was able to create this role and give her life and give her a substance and make her someone that people fell in love with because she just wasn't hooking. She was a good friend.
Yeah.
And she was tough. And she took very little junk from anybody, but she was a good friend. And I think that more than anything, The Life is about camaraderie and about people sticking together during difficult times. And but it changed my life. I mean, Tony Award, the Drama Desk, the Outer Critics Circle, and the Friends of New York Award.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, that was very important to me and very telling because I'm a New Yorker, you know, I'm from Brooklyn. And the Friends of New York Award, I mean, they're all wonderful, but that was really special to me as well. Getting awards is great. Being nominated is phenomenal. But to have people in the audience come again and again and again and again to watch a performance and to have the opportunity to make it new each time. And we do this 8 times a week. And each time we do it, it's a new thing. There are new people sitting out there. There are new eyes to connect with. There are new hearts to move. And so it was great. I mean, there were times when we'd get paid on Thursday nights and Friday I'd go to the bank and everything and I'd go shopping and I'd bring back I'd go find glittery nail polish and glittery lipstick and stuff, and I bring a whole bunch of stuff back and go up to the girls' room and say, "Mother went shopping," and here's all the goodies. And I just loved doing that. I loved being on stage with the cast. Chuck Cooper,
Oh yeah.
who I love, and we've been friends for a long time, and I've watched him over the years, and we had never gotten a chance to work together until the life. And I'm gonna tell you, there were times on that stage when I'd look up at him and say, "Okay, I know this is my friend, and I know he's just a big old teddy bear." But there were times when he, as Memphis, scared the poop out of me. Right?
Totally.
Okay, so I'm saying that we had such great artists. Gordon and Michael and Carla and uh, um, Katie and everybody.
Yeah. An incredible cast. We're almost out of time, but I have to ask you,
What?
you were a part of Carrie,
Yeah.
the musical. And I have to tell you, I went 3 times because I worked for Ted Hook, and I got 3 different sets of tickets to see Carrie. So I actually saw it in somewhere in my window card collection. I was going to put it up today, but it's sort of hidden. I have a Carrie poster.
Yeah.
What?
I never got to go on Broadway.
Because you stood by for Darlene Love, right?
I stood by for Darlene Love. So I never got to go on because the show lasted, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Yeah. But I got to rehearse it in Stratford-upon-Avon.
Oh, wow.
Because that's where we rehearsed it initially before it came to Broadway. And that was an experience. Yeah, that's another story altogether. But Carrie was a cult hit, and it should have lasted. There was another show that I was involved with called Rock and Roll: The First 5,000 Years.
Loved it. The St. James Theater.
At the St. James Theater, and it was a phenomenal show that was ahead of its time.
Loved it.
Because it involved the use of screens and microphones and patterns. It was brilliantly done by Joe Layton and Jerry Grimes. But it didn't make it because it was ahead of its time. So I've been really blessed. I got to do Romance in Hard Times at the Public Theater. It's one of my all-time favorite roles. And William Finn, made some adjustments in the role so that I could sing it the way I wanted it to. And it's been pretty good.
Okay. Miss Jones and How to Succeed, which is behind you. I still call it the 46th Street Theater. I know it's the Richard Rogers. You stopped the show nightly with Brotherhood of Man, just doing what Lillias White does. The roof just raised off at every performance. How incredible is that for a performer when every night you'd step out there as Miss Jones, sing that number, and the place would go crazy?
It was fabulous. It was such a thrill, and it was always a surprise. I'm always surprised. I don't take any of this for granted. When people are moved to scream and stand up and scream and scream. There was a woman one night, I came out of the stage door and she was weeping. And I got a little scared. I said, "Are you okay? What's the matter?" And she said, I said, "Why are you crying?" And it makes me cry when I think about it, because she said, "I don't know." She said, "But something about what you did on that stage just now made me cry. It made her fall. Look at me." That's why we do it. That's why I do it. I do it because something turns and moves people and gets them to feel something. And we need that. We need to be feeling something. We need to not be mesmerized or hoodwinked or suckered into a lot of the stuff that's going on right now in the world, and particularly in the United States. So we need to feel that human connection. This woman didn't know me. I didn't know her. And I didn't go on stage to make her cry. Certainly, the Brotherhood of Man is a joyous number in the show. But there was something in the human touch, in the human voice, in the human thing that we have that made her weep. And I live for that. My Aunt Lillias used to come and watch me perform, and she would cry all the time too.
We all did. My final question for you is, what are you looking forward to the most with Sunday night?
Oh gosh. Getting dressed up, putting on some eyelashes. I might wear a wig. you know, something shiny, and being there, being out there in the waves with the people. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to that.
I'll tell you, these half hours fly by really fast. I want to tell our audience watching from around the world, once again, Lillias White will be live this coming Sunday night, November 15th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. She'll be live with a rebroadcast on Monday, November 16th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, doing her virtual concert with Seth Rudetsky. Once again, it's part of his Seth Concert Series. It's produced by Mark Cortali, sponsored by Broadway World and StreamYard. Tickets are available at thesethconcerts.com and at Broadway World events. Lillias, I love catching up with you. I cannot wait to hug you. That's what I miss the most.
Richie, I love you too. And I'm looking forward to hugging you so tight.
Have the best time Sunday night. I know where I'm going to be.
Okay.
Everybody else, stay safe until we see you again. Take care, everyone.
Bye, everyone. Be well.